guys already know this the main one tapping in all the way from H-Town, Houston, Texas. I'm here with my boy T.A.G.
T.A.G.
T.A.G, very nice, very evil.
Well, that's T.A.G shit.
The only thing we're gonna do is take over, baby.
Free fall as I dive through the kaleidoscope in my mind. No rope up to climb. Gotta remind myself that I'm fine. Mama, I don't really.
What it is, what it was, and what it do, T.A.G Nation. Welcome to another episode of Tag Me In, aka TMI. Who am I? The disembodied voice of ScooterRay. And you got the man to my right, the one who's showing his face, you know what I'm saying? The one who's, you know what I'm saying, he's the focal point of this episode because he's the one on camera. You got Lip Dizzle. And to Lip Dizzle's right, you got the man so beautiful that if he was to show his face, it may crash the surface. Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic.
Thank you.
It did happen once before. And before we get this ball rolling, we normally don't do stuff like this. So I'm gonna jump out and say it. I agree with that Las Vegas crowd on Dynamite last night, and mainly during the MJF and Brody King match. Just throwing it out there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, do your Googles.
Oh, it's on the socials,
and only because
it's definitely on the socials.
Only because it's so early in the recording, I don't want to derail it so soon. But gentlemen, how y'all doing in Philly?
All good. I thought you said how we doing in Philly. I was like, shit, when the fuck we get to Philly?
No, feeling. How y'all doing in Philly?
Yeah, I know.
Feeling. I'm feeling quite good, but I don't feel like doing the face showing, you know. Also, you know, I can't be revealing what I'm working on since, you know, I did win a Rumble. I mean, all I gotta do is wait for it, but I can't let y'all see what I'm working on over here.
Well, since he brought it up, I mean, he wasn't there Monday when we did the recording, but yes, your winner of the T.A.G Rumble, Jaeger Bombastic, you know, his second time, you know, so give him a round of applause. Never pops up. Obviously, it doesn't want to pop up, so they don't want to be
all I can do. Thank you.
There you go.
All I can do is thank Mr. Scoop for pulling the numbers for me.
Man. That look, the one time the RNG works in your favor.
No, right? Like I'm not gonna boast about that too much because next thing I know, I'm gonna get cursed on it.
All right. Well, with that being said, since we're talking about Rumble, Monday, Liv Morgan, she did come out, you know, popping her shit about her winning the Rumble. She was brought out by Dominic Mysterio. She did say she was going to pay a visit to SmackDown and see what's going on. But after the Raquel and Stephanie match, which Stephanie retained, Liv did hit Stephanie with the Oblivion. So it probably seems like she may end up sticking on the Raw brand as far as making her choice. So, but like I said, she said she was going to visit SmackDown first. But gentlemen, mainly Jaeger, because Jaeger wasn't there. How do you feel about Olivia Morgan winning the Rumble and possibly her choice of choosing Raw?
I want to see her be the first woman ever to challenge both champions. But I mean, damn, if we hadn't talked about it so in depth with Leo, I don't know, man. This may have been more of a surprise for me, but I'm genuinely happy for Miss Liv Morgan.
Okay.
But I mean, as everything just fell into place, I was like, damn, that's the prophecy being foretold here.
Pretty much. I mean, like, if you didn't watch our Rumble special, like, damn near Leo almost called this shit to the T as if, like, he had a, like, all-seeing eye. Like, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah. Genuinely impressed. Good job, Leo.
But on the men's side, of course, we had Roman Jamal Reigns win on the men's side, and he made his choice known that he hates CM Punk. He's always hated CM Punk, and at WrestleMania, he's gonna challenge CM Punk. So as of right now, we have our official first match for WrestleMania: CM Punk, Roman Jamal Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship. Thoughts and feelings on that, fellas?
Can't wait for the three-way between these two and Cody Raheem Rhodes. I know that's not going to happen.
You think Cody's going to find a way to weasel his way in there?
Bro, if I speak this into existence, I'm going to be mad. Let me just put it like this. I really would. I would really rather that didn't happen. But if it happens, I'm going to be like, well, shit, at least I called it.
Dizzle, your official thoughts? I know we kind of talked about it a little bit, but your official thoughts with it?
Well, I don't know where you got that AI image from with Liv Morgan, because that shirt was completely wrong. I'm just supposed to read "Hot Girls Love Lip Dizzle," but hey, Dominic's a close second. I'll give him that.
It wasn't AI. That's what she wore.
Well, then I guess WWE is invested in AI too, because it's not the shirt she was wearing. But anyway, it's not the first time.
Damn, Liam might have something to say about that.
He can. It's not gonna matter. Technically, it's not the first time that somebody challenged that one of the women challenged for both titles, because Becky did it. Technically, we can say technically. I mean, she didn't officially do it, but she technically did it with Ronda and Charlotte. But with this situation, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, again, I'll reiterate what I said on Monday with these two. You could have gotten to this without having Roman win the Rumble. I think the story would have gone that way regardless. I think it would have been better just to have just a fresh winner. I mean, I get why they did it, to give Roman that one win, have him be put on the pedestal along with everybody else as somebody who is the face of the company, who has done well within the past few years, and give them that second win. But I mean, that's just my personal feelings on it. Nothing against either one of them, but I just think it could have just gone better, or a different way rather. Yeah. So, but still, congrats to Roman.
I can't help but to agree, because I mean, once again, I understand the star power. I understand, the why and everything. But like you said, when you have talent like that who wins a Rumble, it's like, okay, I get it, but it's like you wasn't going to be shy of title shots. Roman Reigns wasn't going to get denied title shots. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to be like, oh, no, Roman, you can't have a title shot. You got to go back of the line. No. Nobody's gonna see there in this current WWE. There is not gonna be an arc where Roman has to start from the back of the line.
100%.
He may have a couple of speed bumps, but he's not gonna start from the back of the line. It's no way, So yeah, but like I said, I'm not mad at it. I get it, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Speaking of it is what it is, in a sudden shock after last week's NXT, Ava Raine, or simply as Ava, well, the image doesn't want to load up, decided that, hey, I'm done.
Damn.
Like, she was just like, I'm out. That's the last episode of NXT y'all gonna see me on. And it was like, damn, wait, what? And nothing official has came out of, why her departure. Of course, there's always been speculation and all these things. We do know her girlfriend, which I totally forgot her name, she was released as well. Quietly released. So, yeah.
That one was more quiet, apparently.
Yeah, that one was more quiet. But yeah, she even deactivated her Twitter and all of these things. Like, yeah. She just dipped. And with that being said, pretty soon, y'all, this is gonna lead with story time with Dizzle. But this past Tuesday, it's gonna lead with story time. This past Tuesday, the show opens up with HBK talking to Robert Stone, and he made Robert Stone interim GM. And if y'all didn't know, Robert Stone is one of Lip Dizzle's favorite person. Whether it's Robert Stone, Robbie E, all of that. And he's going to tell you the story of why Robert Stone is one of his favorite people.
I mean, he's
Bobby
not.
Stone?
He's not. He's not at all.
Hey, don't be letting Dizzle out of y'all.
Look, man.
It's okay if you like Robert Stone, bro. We accept you either way.
It's nothing major, people. I mean, those of you who've heard this story before, for the most part. Yeah, man. He just, and I don't want to say he cock blocked, because you know that's a little extreme. But as I was trying to converse with one Lita and two Brooke Tessmarker. All of you who used to watch TNA, you know that ass better than most. But yeah, man. We were at a convention, and there was nobody around, and I was trying to have a conversation with Lita, and kept giving me the shit face eye, and then kept interjecting to the point to where it just ruined the whole moment for no reason. Nobody was talking to him. Nobody was there to see him. So why are you in my business, huh?
Did you go to her booth and talk to her at her booth?
It was at her booth. They were all next to each other.
And this dude just jumped, man. Just some weird territorial shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But Lita and Brooke were very nice. Very nice. They were very conversational. They enjoyed the conversation. There was no problem. He just had to get his monkey ass in the fucking way. So, you know.
Monkey ass. Not just regular ass, folks. Monkey ass.
Monkey ass.
So, you know, hey, congratulations for his interim. He ain't gonna be there for long. They're gonna find somebody better, which is the appropriate thing to do. You know, but you know, hey, congratulations on your temporary job, you son of a bitch.
And with that being said, a new NXT champion was crowned in a 7-man ladder match, and say his name and he appears. The one, Joseph Hendry, is your new NXT champion. Since he's a champion now, he's Joseph Hendry. He's not Joe anymore. He's Joseph now.
That's correct.
He has a very photogenic aesthetic.
He really does. Like, real talk. He really does. So yeah. So
you know what? This guy's a good choice for a champ.
I agree. Also, and I know this was gonna love the Ginyu Force pose. Oba made an appearance on Raw, and he completely just beat the shit out of the Viking Raiders, and he left us with this amazing image. He left us with this amazing image on Raw, and since Dizzle loves that Ginyu Force like pose that Oba does, so let me ask y'all this:
it was disrespectful.
How long is this gonna last of Oba just showing up and just beating the shit out of people? Like,
no. Not just regular people. I need Oba showing up and beating the shit out of big people.
I do too.
Big meaty men just getting beat by Oba.
Big meaty men slapping meat.
Nah. Well, this is gonna sound wrong, and I'm gonna go ahead and say pause prematurely, but big meaty men getting their meat slapped by Oba.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, that happened.
I said pause preemptively.
But yeah, so how long is it before we actually really see Oba in the mix? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they gonna just keep doing this until possibly that rumored Mania match between him and Brock? Like, what are we gonna really be doing with Oba here?
I need to see Oba beat Brock for a retirement match so we can get Brock off the goddamn screen finally.
I still think they're gonna probably say Brock's retirement to SummerSlam.
No. I want him gone like he did The Undertaker. I need the crowd reaction. I need that one gentleman that had his eyes bugging out at the screen to go ahead and be back there for that. But instead of his eyes all bugged out, it's going to be like a big ass smile on his face.
Okay. Speaking of retirement, Jaeger, your thoughts and feelings on Uncle AJ, Uncle Allen. How do you feel about Uncle Allen losing and seamlessly retired?
Look, I don't think you're retiring. So I don't think anybody else is fooled. Well, I don't know who else is fooled on that, but I don't think he's retiring. I think he's retiring from WWE, but I think there's plenty of industry or plenty of companies that still want one Allen to, grace their screens and let him get a proper farewell tour with like all the industries that promotions he's been with.
So you think that he's gonna go to the AEW?
I'm not sure if he'll do that or go to TNA first.
Okay.
I'd hope to see him in AEW at some point. But yeah.
Do you think Uncle Allen is actually done?
I mean, after the podcast that he did with Stephanie, I can see him doing a one-off type match thing. I still kind of stand by what I said on Monday, where I kind of reiterated my stuff and being like, hey, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's pretty much done. But I did say that if he did pop up somewhere, then I'd have to retract my statement and then say I was wrong. So right now, everything is up in the air until something happens.
You hear that, Uncle Allen? Lip doesn't want you to come on to any other programs.
No. That's a little different. That's a little different. I'm just going off of what he said in the past, where he said he was going to specifically finish wrestling and end his career in WWE. So based off of his words, But during the podcast with Stephanie, he said the old saying, "Never say never." But he said because if his son gets into wrestling, then he wouldn't mind tagging with his son. So if that's the case, then I mean, hey, there's a contingency for everything.
I feel that.
So I mean, we'll see. We seen LeBron do it.
That dude needs to retire now.
LeBron's still in the league. You know what I'm saying? He's still in the league. So obviously there is space for it if Uncle Allen wants to make it happen. But let's see. But you know what I think though, in all honesty, I wish it wasn't such a shock thing, or let alone I hate that the fact that it happened so early in the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't even get the tease that, AJ could possibly be at Mania or anything like that. It was like, past Rumble, haha, guess what? Fuck you. Like, that's really what happened.
And it's like, oh, you wanted a farewell tour? Little did you know, this was already the farewell tour.
Exactly. Like, this was already the farewell tour.
Like, what do you mean? You were already watching it.
You was already watching it. So take that.
I don't like it.
But hey, we shall see. Because I mean, like Dizzle just kind of said, you never say never in the world of professional wrestling. But
Fair.
Let me ask this right here, if y'all gentlemen are unaware. Seemingly, I'm gonna show y'all the image if hopefully it pops up. Because if it doesn't, it's gonna be stupid. Well, okay, so seemingly in NXT, they're kind of starting a Legacy 2.0. And I nicknamed them Birthright because that's one of their things. They keep saying that it's our birthright. So far, the group is comprised of Stax, Ariana Grace, and Lexis King. And for those who know, Ariana Grace is the daughter of Santino. Lexis King is the son of Brian Pillman. They just kind of seamlessly recruited Uriah Connors from Chase U, and he is the son of Fit Finley. And they're also trying to recruit Charlie Dempsey, who is the son of William Regal. So how do y'all feel of this potential Legacy 2.0 or birthright? Like I said, as I've been calling.
Son of whomst? The last one?
Which one? Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey is the son of William Regal.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear that at first.
I mean,
so how y'all feeling about a potential, like I said, Legacy 2.0 situation?
I think it depends on how it's done, because you can easily throw people together of certain levels of nepotism, depending on how you look at it, or generational talent. But if you don't, like, if it leads to nothing, then I mean, does it really matter? Because I mean, and you can use the same thing with Schism, where they put Ava in there when she first came in. That did nothing for anybody. And then even with her being a GM of NXT, now that she's gone, people are saying good riddance. So I mean,
man, that was some bullshit.
Nepotism can only take you so far, and I think, and again, this is not me saying Ava did anything wrong, but I'm saying it's like, if you look at public opinion, if it's like the whole thing, if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's around to hear it, did it really make a sound? So if you bring somebody of generational talent or nepotism into a place and nobody gives a fuck, did they really make an impact? No. So if they do something cool with it, cool. But I mean, I look at this list of names.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I said I'm not necessarily mad at what you're saying.
I mean, I'm not
because
really.
You're right. Because no, I'm saying go ahead.
Oh, my bad. No, I mean, I think it's just a list of people. I mean, it's because I don't think they've really done much with any of them anyway.
Other than Lexus being a former Heritage Cup, and then right now Stax is TNA's international champion. That's
is he?
It know, Stax is a former Heritage. Stax is the current TNA's international champion, and Stax was a former Heritage Cup and tag champ. So yeah.
Yeah, and then Dempsey, they didn't really do too much with outside of that one stable that they had.
That nepotism point falls on deaf ears for me. Like, okay, if you want to talk, I mean, to be fair, she did not do a whole lot as far as her time here at WWE/NXT. But to just straight up call out nepotism in this industry when you've got, I mean, just to name a few: Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, the Usos, The Rock, half of your current roster, even the fucking Randy Orton. The list goes on. Yeah, I don't really care to hear a nepotism argument because a lot of your greats are hired from nepotism, especially in this fucking industry. So, yeah, it's whatever, but I don't feel like she should be getting the hate she got just because, people at some point, creative just ran out of ideas for her.
Well,
I'm a big supporter of what she said at the end there, but
Well, that part would be more besides the point, because that's more of a moot point to begin with anyway. But the thing with the nepotism stuff is not necessarily the nepotism being an issue. It's what you do with it. Like, you can sit here and you can look at Rock, for instance. you know, his dad got him, you know, in with why is his name eluding me right now? First Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson. There we go. Got him in with Pat Patterson. He actually got the meeting in there, and then they got him in that way. Cody was brought in with Dusty, but I mean, a lot of these guys, you know, were children growing up in the industry, being around these people. You know, same thing with the Dominic, but a lot of them, you know, worked their way through. You know, Cody was with Holly for a bit, and then rode around with Cena. And even then, he was still giving the shit, you know, with Stardust and then everything else, and even had his whole.
Dude, he had to run off and go to the Indies and get successful before he came back with all these accolades to him.
True, but that's more to my point though, because even before then, with him pitching to Vince, hey, I want to try to do the, you know, a dual thing with Stardust and then myself, you know, on one brand and Stardust on the other brand, and then find a way to do that, and then they denied that and just wanted him to be Stardust, and then after that, he just, you know, requested his release, and and now you can give some credence to the nepotism shit when it comes to the Samoan dynasty, where, you know, you see them kind of getting opportunity after opportunity, but at the same time, you can also look at, you know, Jacob Fatu or Zilla or Zilla Fatu, you know, in situations like that where, you know, guys that don't necessarily get in automatically, they have to kind of go through the grind to get what they get. And that's not to say that Roman and the Usos didn't do what they were supposed to do or didn't, you know, eat shit along the way, but some situations are easier than others. And with Ava came in, she tried to be a wrestler. It didn't really work out too well. They put her in the GM spot. Now you can argue whether that was because The Rock had a hand in it or not. You can say the same thing when it comes to Anaya, where it's like she was in there, she had opportunities before she seemed like she was ready. She got released. They found a way to get her back, which, you know, even that's up for discussion. Was a Rock a part of that, her coming back or not? But at the same time, when Nia came back, she took that second chance and she made herself better. So the nepotism is never really the issue as far as I'm concerned in my book. So I'm with you on that, being like, hey, the nepotism shouldn't be a defining factor. It's what you do with it. Because I mean, who wouldn't want a chance to have a hookup and whatever? Because I mean, hey, if I had family that's in there, it's like, why wouldn't I want you to kind of give me the rub a little bit and let me do the work after that? But there's definitely a lot of people who will take that and kind of expect certain situations to be done for them. And yeah. So I didn't think this become a nepotism debate or segment.
Conversation. We're not debating anything. We're in agreement.
I mean, Abel is pretty much nepotism, other than Stacks. You know, so
yeah, and that's the thing about Stacks.
I think what it is that. Go ahead.
No. So I didn't know Stacks was even before that. I didn't know Stacks was I guess a generational talent, if you want to call him that.
Oh no, he isn't. No, he isn't. Oh. He's only in the group because of Ariana. Yeah, no. That's why I didn't mention Stacks. Stacks is there because of Ariana.
Oh,
because I had looked up Stacks to make sure. Yeah, because I had looked up Stacks to make sure. I was like, wait, is Stacks the son of a wrestler? But apparently, from my understanding, he's just there because he's engaged to Ariana. So yeah,
wild.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot.
Yeah.
Of that,
so you know what I'm saying. So that's nepotism for that's nepotism within the nepotism.
That is a nepotism layer cake right there.
Yeah. That's nepotism layered with conflict of interest.
Ooh,
pretty much.
Because it's like now it's like, because you said he's international champion in TNA, and who's the director of authority over at TNA?
Yeah.
Well,
if we're looking storyline wise, they're on the outs because, you know, Ariana did take Santino to Dick Kick City like a month or so ago. So yeah.
Again, how?
So yeah. But so I mean, but kind of like what Jaeger was saying, it's kind of hard. Like in almost every industry, every sport, whatever, it's kind of hard to call out nepotism when normally if your parent done the thing, you're going to do the thing. Usually if your mom or dad is an actor, most likely you're going to be that. If your mom or dad is an artist, most likely you're going to do it. If your mom or dad was an athlete, most likely you're going to do it. So, or if your mom or dad owns a Fortune 500 company, most likely they're going to pass the company down to you. So it's kind of hard to say the nepotism thing when nepotism has been rooted in this society for like ever. So, I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But once again, it's been rooted in society for like ever. So, and then kind of like the point that was brought up earlier, especially when it comes to wrestling. Wrestling has always been filled with nepotism. I mean, we kind of mentioned it before when we was to throw it back. Ain't nobody want to see no fucking Horace Hogan. Ain't nobody wanted to see Garrett. Ain't nobody wanted to see Garrett Bischoff and the Aces and Eights. You know what I'm saying? So nepotism.
I'm so glad that you brought that shit up. Been around so though, and see, and I was trying to look. I was looking for examples of like the real negative ones. Yeah, Horace Hogan.
Horace Hogan nephew. He was like his nephew, wasn't he? Nephew.
Garrett Bischoff is the perfect example of a bad nepotism hire because he just was not good, and small little bit. This is one of the reasons why the Aces and Eights had their downfall because he was one of the first that they revealed. It was Garrett Bischoff, and it was it was whose son?
Was it D'Lo?
No, well, D'Lo was revealed.
Oh no, wasn't it Briscoe?
Briscoe's son. Yeah, Briscoe's son.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was Briscoe. Yeah. So and then people was like, who are these people?
Trash.
So I mean, nepotism is all through wrestling. It's all through it. But regardless of if you like it or hate it, it's been all through wrestling. So yeah. Sorry. Not sorry at the same time. Let's move on. I mean, it's been there. Like it would be different if it was something that just started, but like I said, it's been there. Gentlemen, we also had a pretty exciting Dynamite last night. You know, one of the matches that we got to see was I hope the image pops up. It don't look like it is because StreamYard doesn't want us to be great. But we had Kenny Omega taking on one Andrade. Gentlemen, how are we feeling about Kenny O and Andrade?
That match
I'm always here for a Kenny O match. Always here for a Kenny match.
I was a little surprised because I was watching. Of course, you expect good things, but it's like I had to stop what I was doing to just give full attention to this match because once it got to a certain point, I was just like, all right, let me just sit down and just watch everything with my undivided attention. Because man, this is why I get mad at WWE with how they fumble people, because you bring Andrade back and then you basically do what you did with him on the way out, on his way out the first time. And one of the main reasons that he left. And it's like, why not just let them cook when they're there? Like, why have them go with all this animosity and have them show what they can do on a much bigger scale in a lesser company when you already have the talent right there?
How dare you?
Yeah, and because I mean, again, we talk about one of the greatest matches in NXT history, Andrade versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. And it's just like, you have this as a fucking resume to look back on to be like, hey, we can do some good shit with him. fuck it, and then of course
exactly. Then they
shit
do
with
that
Rusev.
dumb shit.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
So, but yeah, I'm glad that TK, after all the shit that happened with the contract status of Andrade, still continued on and kept moving forward with it and brought him in either way. So, good shit on him.
Agreed.
I think it's just I think for me though, in all honesty, because it goes back to what you just said, and that's gonna always be one of WWE's downfall. One of WWE's downfall is always gonna be the whole notion of we are so superior, quotation marks, that we can quote unquote fumble a big star, and it's okay because we're still the biggest company out there. So it's just like, but that's the behavior you want to give off. Like I mean, yeah, a superstar may not have worked out, but still, you don't want to still give off the stench of, we don't care. They can go wherever they want to go, because if they can't make it in the E, then why do we care? Like,
honestly, they should stand on that business. No, they should stand on that business and then not have a 90-day no compete clause for when they get let go.
Oh, the man is spitting bars.
Just saying.
Because you're not wrong. You're not wrong, because if you're gonna have such this, puffy chest attitude, then it's got the non-competes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're not wrong. But
put your money where your mouth is, Mr. E. Anyway.
With some help of some shenanigans, and unfortunately, mainly the shenanigans accidentally caused by Swerve, Andrade does get the dub. So we are going to get Andrade versus Hangman, and the winner gets a shot at MJF at Revolution. So, gentlemen, who's getting that title match?
If we're trying to keep the belt on MJF, which we all know that they are, I would say I'd say MJF and Hangman. Because I don't want to see Andrade take an L right when he comes back. At least not for a belt. But if we're planning on actually having MJF drop the belt, which, I mean, let's be real, we're never trying to have MJF drop the belt. But if that was the plan, then yeah, you should have Andrade win so he can go over.
Dizzle, what you thinking?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because it's a weird situation, because to Yeager's point, you wouldn't want to put a blemish on Andrade's record by bringing him in. At the same time, MJF is a heel, but their lines are always blurred with AEW because there are no heels and faces. But generally speaking, the story's already there with MJF and Hangman. But at the same time, I kind of feel like we're leading towards some fuck shit. But I also don't know, because we've already had a situation where we had a 4-way over at World's End. I don't think they're going to run a multi-man match for the title that soon after. So I don't know. This is weird. It's a weird situation, because after the run that both Bandito and Brody King have been going on, it seems like they do want to push them as well. And I could see them wanting to put the title on Brody King, even if it is for like a transitional period. But this is right now.
They missed that mark last night, if that's what the plan was.
Well, no, they didn't miss it, because they let him beat MJF in what, 3 seconds or 30 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, my bad.
Well, hold on, that's gonna be the next thing we're gonna talk about in a second.
Yeah, which, yeah, and to Jaeger's point with that, we'll get into that too, because I have an issue with these qualifier matches. But yeah, it's man, it's I don't know what TK wants to do, because the safe bet is always MJF as champion, and AEW is doing what I want WWE to do when they talk about building like the world championship picture. There are at least 6 people right now that's vying for the championship that you can say are credible people to vie for the championship that could win that title at any given moment.
Yeah.
However, it's one of the situations where, because I don't know what the fuck TK is doing on a given basis, because his writing or creative is all over the place at any given fucking time. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do.
Yeah, and
I'm sure
because Dizzle, I guess, is gonna say some words about it. And once again, these images do not want to pop up tonight. That is crazy. But Brody King and MJF was the main event, and you know, AEW does their whole title eliminators. And if Brody King was to beat MJF, Brody King gets a title match. Well, before the match got started, Hangman comes out on the ramp. MJF gets distracted. Brody King chokes out MJF. Then he gets him in the ring, hits him with the cannonball, then picks him up. Gunzo bomb. 1, 2, 3. Brody King gets the dub, and they announced at Grand Slam, Brody King will get his title match. And yes, literally, it happened just as the way I said it.
I legitimately want Brody King to win on some squash shit. I don't want that to be a fluke. Like, but at the same time, I don't want to make MJF look weak as shit for it.
Yeah, and that's the crazy
thing
about
that's
that
the reason why I know that he's not going to win.
Fair enough.
Because of that.
Yeah, well, MJF is bulletproof. Like he could lose and not lose any credibility, because again, like I was saying before, he's the safe bet. He's the person that you can go to now, because he's the new Jon Moxley at this point. Because the amount of times they put that title on Jon Moxley whenever they needed, to call an audible is ridiculous. And MJF,
this is why I keep thinking he's going to disappear from the camera.
And that's possible for him, but I also believe that there is a WWE future for MJF, even though he got that AEW tatted on his calf. But
you got to cover that
after the him and Seth Rollins interaction.
They had an interaction.
Twitter, right?
Yeah, at the it was a Super Bowl event, and there's a video of Seth Rollins and MJF, and then I had sent it to our group chat, and they was about to shake hands, and they was like, ooh, I don't know if we can do it. It was like, I think we supposed to hate each other, and then Seth Rollins like, if we get in trouble, oh well. And they kind of shook hands and everything. They was kind of congratulating one another, whatever. So yeah. Like I said, it was very innocent. So and
like
kind of like the whole Dizzle thing where he said the bulletproof thing. I think what's going to happen with this is, since Seth Rollins is in the position he's in, I can't see no true repercussions of Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah,
but you gonna punish Seth Rollins? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna punish Seth Rollins for this? So yeah.
Yeah, Triple H definitely ain't doing that.
But yeah.
But when it comes to the qualifiers, I understand them for like storyline purposes, because WWE used to do it too. It's like, whenever you have
before you fully dive in it, there was a second one. The Babes of Wrath took on Mega Bad, and Mega Bad ended up beating the Babes of Wrath, and they announced at Grand Slam Babes of Wrath, Mega Bad, AEW Women's Tag Team Championships. All right, now you can talk about the qualifiers.
Yeah, man, like, and of course, like, I understand because it's not an old concept, because WWE used to do it, you know, for their storylines, but even then it was more so for like the chicken shit heel, you know, in order for them not to defend their title, they would say, you know, hey, well, if you beat me in this match, then, you know, maybe I'll think about giving you a title shot. But now it's to the point where now it's almost just like building up the person, building up the challenger rather, to make them look credible before they inevitably lose, because it's almost like a surefire way to tell, hey, well, they won to get a main event match with the champ, they're absolutely gonna lose now, because there's no mystique in it anymore. Now if you
it's all
really,
about that hero's journey now.
correct. Now if they took that and they said, hey, Brody King beat him in 30 seconds, and then he goes on to win the championship at Grand Slam, that would be a fucking shock victory, because again, nobody was expected. But I'm pretty sure, if my history is correct, any challenger going into a championship match after winning a qualifier has lost the match. I don't think there's been any person that's won the qualifier and then gone on.
Well, like, I think Excalibur had said when Mega Bad won that it's a very rare situation that people win. Because I remember somebody beat Tony Storm, and then they got the match with Tony Storm, and Tony Storm won. So you're right. I think literally the people who win these eliminators are like literally winless against the champ for the belt to be defended.
See, crazy, man. I just and I think that's why I don't like those concepts, because it's too predictable, and in a way, for me, it's just lazy.
That's fair. I'll say that's fair.
But
yeah, very fair. I mean, because once again, it's kind of like what Dizzle just said. It's kind of like that. It's like, for storyline reasons, it'll make sense. But when you just constantly do it, it's like, okay, fine, whatever. Like, y'all got it. You know, it's like, y'all got it. But
I don't ever like them
also
doing that, to be fair.
Okay.
I was saying I really don't like them doing that either, to be fair. Like, if you're gonna have like these qualifier matches, at least make them fucking exciting and make me think about it.
Like give me the illusion that this could really be a title change more than, now you earned the right to fight the champion, and most likely you're gonna lose to the champion.
Like, congrats, you've gone through 3 weeks of fighting, and now you're gonna lose at the pay-per-view.
Right. Like you bested the champion in all the ways you can, but now when it really matters, you're gonna lose.
Insane.
But Tommaso Ciampa introduced the TNT title as Sylvie, and he said that Sylvie is staying with him forever. And with that being said, this is a warning to Lip Dizzle and to everybody else. Wow. I have Sylvie and I have Goldie, okay? And I will do whatever I need to do to hold on to both. So at Grand Slam, Lip Dizzle, you don't think I'm gonna do what I need to do to hold on to my personal Sylvie? That's all I'm saying.
Look, I hear what you're saying.
Scootasso Ciampa over here.
The problem
exactly.
is you are trying to take something from me that I worked very hard for. 225.
You did. You 1000%.
And I was expecting somebody else
did earn that 225.
I was expecting somebody to come along and stop that, because I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and focus on the Technical Predictions Championship and get that off the Scoot. Add something to the repertoire. Add another, something to the belt. A little notch to my personal belt. But that eluded me. And then nobody took that title off you. So I had to pull a Thanos and just say, hey, fuck it. Time is ticking. I'm going to have to do it myself. So this is shot number 1. And I'm taking it. And then hopefully I won't have to worry about trying to go after shot number 2. Because that's a more difficult road to go through. So
that the TPC, man, that's a hard thing to come after.
It is. I mean, that TPC is just almost like it's just meant for me. Like it was just.
Now hold on a second. It likes you right now. I don't know how long it's gonna like you, but it likes you right now.
It's crazy.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay. Well, with that being said, we will on Collision. Tommaso Ciampa is defending the TNT Championship against Claudio and Roderick Strong in a triple threat match. So
I wonder how that one will go.
Oh, that's going to be a fantastic match.
Me too.
It will be a fantastic match, but I mean the results. Yeah.
And I guess Ciampa is going to be tweener, because he did sign, because I mean with him saying that, hey, I'm going to keep the tradition that Briscoe had going with it. So I'm here for it.
I think I have a feeling he'll probably hold on to it at least long enough until Revolution, where it's probably gonna what's his name? Kyle Fletcher is probably gonna circle back around, and hey, let me go get that belt up off you, Tommaso.
Tommaso's gonna be like, no, not Sylvie.
Happen at Revolution.
Not Sylvie.
And he's gonna be like, yes, Sylvie.
It's gonna sound like Hank Hill and everything.
Awesome. We did get a Will Ospreay package. He did have successful neck surgery.
Pause.
Now he's really on the road to recovery. So we don't necessarily know how much longer he's going to be out, but yeah.
I enjoyed that package.
And Will Ospreay the best.
Hold on a second.
Me too.
By
the way, yeah.
the cool thing about that vignette is it let me see how much of a star Will Ospreay is in AEW, and how desperately his
I'll say it again.
For his certain aura of stardom that he has when it comes to the company and the fans is so unique, as opposed to what Swerve has, what Hangman has, what Brody King, and Brody and Bandito, it's almost in the same vein as that, but his is on a much higher level. And I think after seeing that, Will Ospreay is undoubtedly a potential face of AEW that they would need moving forward.
I don't think it's a potential.
See that.
If we really
you don't think at all?
I think it's for sure.
Oh, you think it's there? Yeah, I'm there with that.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And this is why
I think the only thing is injury.
Yeah, that part is definitely the outlier in the situation. But I think this is why I believe that MJF may be holding on to that title to have
until Ospreay gets back.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, and then he becomes a double champ with Swerve Strickland. I could see it.
I'm here for
it. Speaking of people, how do we feel that Darby Allin just keeps getting beat the fuck up almost every other week? Bro. So if you didn't know, he Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd have been just systematically beating the shit out of Darby. They threw him into the truck, they threw him into a trunk, brought him out to a desert, dragged him in a body bag, cut him loose, and just left him.
Body bag. The body bag was
as of right now, Darby Allin is in the desert somewhere.
As far as we know. And you know what? Watch the vignette when he comes back to the ring is going to be like him just jumping out of a body bag.
Knowing Darby, I can see it.
Wait, right?
That's a very Darby thing to do.
I don't know. That man just loves to be abused. Okay, Loki, we get it.
I guess at one point, how much is too much? You know, how much is too much with Darby?
You gotta look at that Game Grumps Sonic 06 reaction. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be willing to ask yourself, what am I willing to put up with today? And Darby Allin seems to not have found an answer to that yet. Yeah, he's willing to put up with so much.
That is true.
And take so much of a beating.
You know what the problem is? And I just, as you were talking, I just now realized what it was. Because after AEW had all these hardcore street fight deathmatch, situations, it kind of dilutes Darby, because Darby was the person that would have all these matches and do the death-defying stuff. Because it's almost akin to how things were in WWF/WWE when you had the Hardy Boys and primarily Jeff Hardy doing all like the top rope suicide stuff. And he was primarily one of the only people doing it, so it was unique to him. They didn't ramp up every other match to emulate stuff for Jeff Hardy. They let him kind of have that. And there may have been a few people here and there that would match up with him to do certain things, but he was always the one to be like the innovator of that stuff. And with AEW, you have a situation where Darby, and he's the one that's going to take all the shit spots where people be like, all the cringe shit. And now that you have everybody doing some type of deathmatch, street fight, whatever, it's like, Darby, why are you doing this, man? You ain't got to do this, because at this point you're gonna have to almost die in every fucking match to be different from what everybody else is doing in AEW now. So
facts.
He's past the point of like, if too much is too much.
Because you're right. Because like you said, in a company where we saw the women do the things they did, we've been seeing talent that it was like, why do we even care who's been doing crazy stuff? So you're right. At this point, Darby is in a situation to where you have to make it almost extreme for people to be like, the people have the gas, because at this point, what else other than, unfortunately, knock on wood, don't happen, dying?
Ridiculous, man.
Like,
and again,
it wasn't even last year when we were just like, what the fuck are they gonna do next? What the fuck is Darby gonna be putting himself through next? and now we're at that point within a year's time. Okay, this is starting to get old, or okay, like how much farther can he go?
Yeah, and the crazy part about that
is that
we had started talking about this when Men of the Year, Scorpio and Ethan Page had threw him down that flight of stairs. We was like,
oh right,
it was like, hey man, you don't have to like stop, Darby. It's a wrap. And then 2 more years went by, and he just kept doing shit where it was like, yo, it's a wrap. But at the same time, they kept doing other shit with everybody else to where it's like, well, fuck it, Darby, shit.
You know what? Just keep going off, man. You're fine. Do what you do.
I mean, yeah, that's where we're at. That is where we're at.
I mean, I'm surprised we're not getting to a point where it's like Kane with Shane McMahon. Y'all remember a certain car battery spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, why you tripping? I'm surprised they didn't do something like that in AEW yet.
Like, you know what? Now that we say it, watch. Come, like, sooner or later, it's going to be like Swerve and Hangman round 2. It's going to be like some bullshit like that. Those two have already drank each other's blood, literally.
Nah, I think if something like that's going to be extreme, I think it's going to be through Darby. I think Darby is going to be the one because
the car battery one.
Hangman. Yeah, I have a feeling Swerve and Hangman are on more good terms to where they may not have another bloody feud like that. I have a feeling Darby is going to be the one that's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to fall through 18 panes of glass with some piranhas in the bottom. Like, what? Why? Huh? what are we doing?
18 panes of glass, complete with piranhas. And then they give it some cheesy deathmatch name like they were doing with Jericho for a good while.
Dude, when they had that Mimosa Mayhem, I was like, all right.
Mimosa Mayhem. Thank you. I was just thinking about that one. That was ridiculous.
It really was. It really was.
All because of a damn jacket.
and also OC just kept on putting his hands in his pockets, apparently.
But all right, gentlemen, we are at that point of the show where we like to quote unquote get it off your chest. So with that being said, gentlemen, do y'all have anything y'all want to get off y'all chest about this week in professional wrestling?
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm constantly this guy now. That's just gonna listen. IWC. There is a difference between morality and legality. I say that because of the situation that's going on with Hangman and one Marty Scurll. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who do not know, Marty Scurll posted an image of him and Hangman in front of a Cracker Barrel. Innocent picture. He's the one that posted it. Hangman did not. Yet Hangman getting the backlash for hanging out with his friend.
I don't know if they're still friends, but
no, I mean he had an interview with Sports Illustrated, and he stated that.
Okay, my bad.
I can understand people not liking what Marty Scurll did, and that's understandable because that's where the morality part is in. Morality is is a full dive and completely subjective because it's based off of how you feel. Do not confuse morality with legality. And the reason I say that is because nobody is stating that what Marty Scurll did is wrong or right. Everybody is pretty much in the general consensus saying that, hey,
shouldn't have happened.
Shouldn't have happened. Now, at the same time, he has not been getting jobs. He was released from any opportunity that he could have had during that time, whenever it did come out. That is completely up to the companies that decided to make that decision, and they're in full right to do so. Nobody outside of Marty Scurll, Hangman's personal relationship has anything to say about what they decide to do on their personal time when it comes to each other. If he wants to have breakfast, brunch, dinner, lunch, whatever with his friend, you have no right to give him backlash for doing that because he did nothing wrong. And I'm talking about Hangman. Now, the reason that I bring up the morality and the legality stuff, we can go back and forth about how anybody feels about something. Now, I'm only getting into this because I feel that it needs to be said so that people have an understanding, because I'm not talking about how you feel. In Marty Scurll's case, the legal age of consent is 16. Regardless how you feel about it, morally, whatever, people can say, yeah, that's icky. I would agree. The legal age of consent in Texas, where we all live, is 17. Now, the legal drinking age in the UK is 18. The legal age of drinking in Texas is 21. It's a big difference. Marty Scurll has not shied away from saying the fact that he was drunk. Nobody has denied the fact that the girl was drunk. Now you can kind of be iffy on what was a 16-year-old doing in a pub where the legal drinking age is 18. Again, a lot of stuff is wrong. Now you can go down the domino effect and say, hey, well, is consent, really, is consent really consent if the person is intoxicated? You can go heads or tails with that one. We all believe on the moral standpoint. Yeah, you might want to sit there and make sure that, I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Understandable. But just because something is morally wrong in your eyes does not change the legality of a situation. If you just say, hey, if you take away the aspect of the alcohol and you say, hey, two consenting people of legal age, there's nothing wrong with that legally. Your moral stance on that does not change whatever is happening there as long as it's legal. You can say that it's wrong, and most people would agree with you on that. But going back to the Hangman situation, just because he decided to hang out with his friend, granted, there's been a lot of shit that's happened in this world that you can sit here and say, hey, this person did this. I'm not really finna chill with that. This is not one of those situations that you can look at and be like, hey, he's such an evil fucking person that he doesn't deserve any type of redemption. And we have gone back and forth on situations with this where people can absolutely be redeemed or have some type of redemption arc or whatever. But if you don't give anybody a chance to get better or learn from their mistake, then what the fuck are we doing as humans? So again, you can be mad at Hangman if you truly believe that, that's wrong, but you don't have any place to be like, hey, he doesn't deserve this or he doesn't deserve that, because Hangman's just hanging with his friend. Now, if you feel that Marty Scurll doesn't deserve to work anywhere, that's cool. You can say that, but it's also up to that company if that company is going to want to hire him or work with him. And at the same time with Hangman wasn't lobbying for Marty Scurll to be in AEW or to go anywhere. He was just in a picture that he did not post, by the way. He was in a picture that was posted by his friend, and y'all gave him backlash over that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Well, it was also Well, you know what's also funny too is I've had this conversation with some people before, and I was saying that we don't know different people's friendship threshold levels. Maybe what was going on with Marty Scurll wasn't enough for him to be like, ooh, I can't never be around you no more. You know, some people have different thresholds. Like if somebody has a family member that may have murdered 15 people and they still standing next to that family member, maybe the murdering 15 people wasn't their threshold. Maybe if they would have murdered 16, ooh, that's a different story. So different people have different thresholds of getting rid of a friend. You know what I'm saying? And if what the situation happened was like, hey, this ain't enough for me to be like, all right, dump you as a friend, then at the end of the day, you have to respect that man and his decision.
Correct. And to piggyback off that real quick, if the person has been punished, just like full justification, like they've been punished in the right way, and which is why I brought up the whole thing of what Marty Scurll had been through, you know, jobs being let go, not being hired to places, and kind of being blackballed in certain situations. That's the correct way to go about it, because again, those companies have the ability and complete ability to do that. But you can't demonize Hangman for wanting to hang with his friend. And if that person that Scoot's talking about, the imaginary person, killed 15 people, this person should be in fucking jail or probably get the death penalty. But before all that, during that process, who's to say that a family member can't go visit them and talk to them? Because again, you know, they probably didn't hurt that person, and they may disagree with the murders that happened, but it's like, am I going to really disown you? I mean, you in jail already. I just hope you get better. But yeah, man. So I understand it's a weird situation, but again, people, just chill out on Hangman.
Yeah.
This is an interesting conversation to have, given the current, at least American environment, with a certain, list of files. But to your point, Lip, yeah, UK law is very different. Again, I'm not trying to cape for Marty Scurll. As far as the legality and morality part of that is, I'm using the morality brain on my end.
Yeah,
like shouldn't been like, if you like, apparently there's rumors, because I don't have any confirmation on this. I don't have any sources to pull up right now, but rumors that I had read were that she was I'm not going to use the dirty term for what she was, but she was a person that was like a roadie for shows. Mm-hmm. And I mean, hey, if that's what she was, then Marty should have probably known, hey, I should stay away from this person. And especially if she was already known by some of the locker room to be that kind of person. Yeah, the morality and better judgment for a sober person, he probably would have stayed away from her. Or at least I hope he would have.
Yeah.
But yeah, alcohol blurs some shit. He, at least if I remember correctly, acknowledged he shouldn't have done that. And like you said, he got his comeuppance. He got blacklisted from just about every promotion. And just like one Patrick Clark, I don't see them working anytime soon.
Yeah.
Or at least on a big TV promotion. I don't know if Patrick's getting some local shows or some indie shows that aren't exactly televised. But yeah, I think the outrage right now, at least on the internet for Hangman, is coming off of current environments and current political attention, especially regarding this matter. Which would be
I can understand that, and people understand this. Let me just hammer this point home some more. This is not me caping for Marty Scurll. I'm painting the picture so that way you understand that Hangman is not the one in the wrong for doing what he did, because he technically didn't do anything. So that my whole thing, my point that I'm making on this is to get off Hangman's back, because again, he doesn't deserve the backlash he's getting, because I think it's completely just off the fucking rocker of what everybody is getting mad over. Everybody full. Again, on the morality part, you are in full. You can do whatever you want when it comes to being mad at Marty Scurll. Don't do whatever you want, but you can be mad at him as much as you want, because again, you have the right to do that. Because again, I don't know what you deem is okay, regardless of what the legal laws are in other places. You can easily look at something and be like, hey, I don't fuck with that, so I'm not gonna fuck with him. Cool. But again, Hangman is not the issue. So
exactly.
But people be weird like that. That'd be the problem. Like you just said, just because your morality meter is through the roof and tipping the scales, that doesn't necessarily mean somebody else's. And not saying Hangman doesn't have morals or anything like that. Not saying that. But people have different thresholds of what they're willing to stand by their friend, to stand by their family, to stand by their spouse, mate, or anything. Yes. Child, so if this situation wasn't enough to make Hangman move away from Scurll, then you have to appreciate that, or you have to just appreciate the fact that, okay, Hangman's a good wrestler. I may not like what he does on his personal time, but I can still appreciate what he does inside the ring. Like, I mean, it's whatever. It's just the fact that stop being weird. Stop imposing your morality on others.
Yeah, and for the record, Hangman did say that, he did kind of clarify the fact that he doesn't agree with what Hangman did. He said he did wrestle with the whole decision as everything was going on, but he said that he's known him even before this stuff has gone on, and that's been his friend for a long time. So, even though he doesn't agree with what happened, he still believes, that's still his friend. So, that he hasn't, a lot of this has been kept under wraps, well, not under wraps. It's been kept private with him hanging out with him. Like, he hasn't been publicizing it like that. It just happened to be that picture, but he has kind of just gone on record to say that he does not agree with it. So that's where his stance is. So he agrees with you people.
Being so goddamn sensitive.
But like, what do you mean, you people?
the monkey asses.
Oh, whoa! Hold on a second, Frieza. I need you to relax there. Next thing you know, you're going to call the Ginyu Force on us, and
oh shit.
Oh shit, here comes Oba Femi now. No, I'm kidding.
Exactly. I was about to say, here come Oba hitting us with that Ginyu pose, and it's like, oh, all we're gonna hear is the music, and then the lights gonna dim, it's gonna be game over.
Oh shit.
But I do want to also say thoughts and prayers go out to Daphne LaShawn. She is the ref in WWE. She recently just posted on her Instagram that her grandfather, uncle, and cousin recently passed in a house fire.
God,
so
damn.
definitely, yeah. Dang. So definitely thoughts and prayers. Yeah,
absolutely.
Wait, which ref is that? Is she the one that's beefing with Becky?
No, the black ref.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Leon Ruff wife.
Yeah. Oh, they got married, or were they married before that whole time?
I think they was married the whole time. I think they got married like soon after he had got released. I think.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, definitely thoughts and prayers to her and her family, because I know that has to be a rough ass time.
No, hell yeah.
Like, no pun intended. I'm sorry, that's poorly timed, but
it was.
Thanks.
We're serious people. We are serious people.
We are very serious.
Not horrible individuals. Okay, we are sometimes childish and immature, but we are not horrible people. Okay.
I promise we're not bad. We're just drawn that way. I'm sorry. I'm
all the
stopping.
time.
I'm stopping.
Jaeger, did you have anything you want to get off your chest?
Nah, I think I'm gonna get canceled if I open my mouth again.
Hey, the last thing I'm gonna say is, since we're now an hour and 20 minutes in, hey, the Las Vegas crowd was right. Fuck ice.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
gosh.
Hell yeah. I like the MJF's somewhat confused face at that. That was funny.
I think people are trying to use that as a meme now.
What, his confused face?
Yeah. Be one of the new memes.
Of course it is.
I'll use it.
All right, so
it's gonna be like the new fuck me.
All right. Well, with that being said, I mean, this episode of TMI is pretty much over and done with. So with that being said, I'm gonna pass the rock to Lip Dizzle.
Okay. I know how to do this. All right, people, whether you loved it, hated, don't forget to rate it. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Jesus.
Leave all your comments, questions, concerns down below. Make sure you tag the fucking subscribe button, tag the like button, tag notification bell. Make sure that you're updated on any and everything that we drop on a weekly basis. Go ahead and check out Kicking It with Leo's channel. Go ahead and check out Juggs' channel for all the recaps, reviews, retro reviews, all that shit that they got dropping. And of course, as I go ahead and warm up the Too Sweet for the bros and everybody at home watching with a good old bada 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 bam.
Damn.
And of course, until you see these handsome faces and hear these immaculate voices, we bid you all adieu. And until next time, you beautiful, 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 beautiful mother effers. Tag the fucketh out.
Dollars make a way to make a change. Gotta be insane to make them same mistakes again.